Hello people, this is Power here with a review of the DX Geiz Ridewatch from Kamen Rider Zi-O. This is the individual release of the Geiz Ridewatch, the secondary rider of Kamen Rider Zi-O. This is the box for the ride watches. They're not doing the like backwards kind of thing for them, which is pretty interesting because I think just because of how they want to display them. So, as you can see here, the Geiz Ridewatch, Kamen Rider Geiz. Geiz AD 2068, because he's from 50 years in the future. I really do like this portion of the box. Rider time, compatibility, bottomness, and another picture of Geiz, and all of his stuff. So let's take a look at him. So here's Geiz out of his box, and as you can see here, he is very similar in style of Zi-O, just because they have their frames pointing up and that they rotate to the left. But obviously Geiz is going off a different motif. And also, as you can tell from Geiz's frame, his is actually different from Zi-O's, which took me a while to actually realize. Because as you can see, Zi-O's is more rounded and such, but Geiz is like also rounded, but then it has these bolts added to it. And I just really like that. So, as you can see, Geiz also has the Kamen symbol and 2068, even though this is technically not his rider symbol like this is, but oh well. He has the same base as Zi-O, just his buttons are replaced with red. I forgot that was still on. So the same translucent red as this, and then obviously the button. The QR code for Gambarais and Butabaso, even though it's not relevant to us, here it is, and his track is 012. The reset button and tramp action stuff. So again, Geiz's face, his face still reads Rider, it's just that he's in hiragana instead of katakana like Zi-O. So again, even though I'm not really familiar with the written language, I do think that's a pretty neat detail. Here's his full-on battery cover, and then just pull the tab here. I actually forgot to mention something, but well, I'll just do it at the end of this video. So obviously, activating Geiz. As you can see, Geiz has a yellow LED. So his description is basically the same as Zi-O, but instead of Time Rider, it's Future Rider. And he also has the Time-a-Jin sound, so that's basically it for him. So let's insert him into the Giga driver. So we got our Giga driver here. We got Geiz, even though he's not focused. There. Obviously we insert him through the same slot as Zi-O. But as you can see, he actually has a different standby and a different screen animation. Obviously, Geiz scrolls through the screen and then ends with 2068. I do like the auto-tuneness of Geiz, because I guess that's futuristic and such, but just like Zi-O, he has the same process. So obviously, different from Zi-O, instead of the time break, he has the time burst. Let's do the armor. So yeah, that's basically it with Gates. He's basically the same as Zi-O. But I guess if you want to do some interesting things, or I should probably just notify some different things. So obviously if you insert Zi-O, he would do his thing, but if you insert Gates, he would do his thing. And basically it's just that these two will overwrite each other's like tracks, and obviously the watchers will not know because they're not that smart and such. But you know, again, if I insert Gates and Zi-O, they will just override each other's. So overall, what I think about the Gates Ridewatch, even though I guess I should just clarify the fact that, like, technically his name is spelled as Geiz, but it's pronounced as Gates. Yep. So overall, what I think about the Gates Ridewatch is that, again, it's a pretty neat Ridewatch. It's like Zi-O's, and it kind of like brings in what I was trying to talk about, is that I think Gates should have just been included with the GQ driver, no matter what, because I don't think it was reasonable that, I don't think it would have put the cost up anymore if they like included Gates, because like, yes, they're both ride watches are technically like $15, but then like that didn't stop them from, like, you know, with the Sengoku driver, that didn't stop them from like including the, like, both Gaims and Barons, like basically with their sets into the driver, because like it didn't really like drive up any prices or anything. So like I think it would have been okay with them to just include Gates within the GQ driver. Like, yes, you can get a set for it, but then I'm going to talk about that later. But overall, I do like Gates. He's a pretty fun ride watch and such, and he's kind of the only different one, so that's pretty neat. The only issue with Gates, however, is just that because of the fact he got released individually, he's really difficult and costly to track down. The lowest I've seen him for on Mandarake is 25. I sadly got him for 30, but then the highest I could have gotten him for was like 70. Not on Mandarake, but in general. So I think that kind of sucks for Gates. So I think at this point, just buy the set and you will be saved from not trying to like track him down individually. Or if you don't really care, just get the Gashapon one, because Gates never got a Candy Toe release and such. But overall, that's basically it on me trying to track down Gates and such. So this is PowerRider, and I'll leave you people. Bye.